You are now listening to the FGC Job Squad. See us when we're good.
FGC Job Squad episode 6. I'm your host Khadeezy. I'm here as my co-host Pickle.
Hell yeah.
And we're here
on a Tuesday night.
On a Tuesday night, no dates. We don't say the dates anymore, but
I believe that's a corporate.
Yeah, so I wrote down notes, but at work today, so I was like, fuck man, I don't have shit to talk about because we don't have a guest. But
that's what we turned into, dude. We become the podcast where there's no content, there's no guests.
Okay, there's more than that. We got housekeeping. So yeah, I guess the housekeeping is YouTube's doing well. I was gonna say make sure to. I feel like there's so many people who are looking at the YouTube, but they're not subscribed. So there's a stat that I have. This is stupid. I don't want to do this, but I have to. But it says of all the people who listened to the last podcast, it's like 40% are subscribed or some shit. So there's people who aren't subscribed. So subscribe to the YouTube, and
even I
otherwise it's awesome. Yeah, you're not subscribed to my YouTube either. I know you aren't, because it tells me who is and who isn't. So a lot of you good Samaritans are, but
let me go do that right now. There you go.
All right, for sure. But what else? But yeah, how do you feel about the interviews and stuff like that? So the last one was received pretty well. It's probably the best podcast we did. But I feel like for interviews and stuff, the reason I think it's cool is just like lore.
Yeah.
And that's like one of my coolest things. But how do you feel about?
I like it. I mean, I don't know. We're kind of just headed in that direction of just doing podcasts and getting people's their history down, which is kind of cool. I mean, I like it. I never expected it, but I'm down with it.
Yeah, I think like there's a lot of cool podcasts that do that. Like one of my favorite podcasts is what's it called? Knuckleheads. It's like a basketball podcast.
Yeah.
And they talk to all basketball players, and they start their first question. They start the podcast with like, "Who's the first person like in the NBA who busted your ass?" And then they go from there. Then they go after that question. Then they go from like the start of their high school through like their entire NBA career.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And like honestly, like the coolest the coolest thing are stories, because if you hear a story, you can imagine, and if it's a good enough story, you can imagine everything in your head. If it's a good enough story. So what was it called? No Frills. They talk about Marvel's Capcom 2 lore, like back in the arcade days, Chinatown Fair. Like some of those guests that they have, if they're good enough storytellers, you feel like you're in the arcade with them. So
yeah,
I think that's a big part of like, I think we should go in that direction. Maybe like just talk to some people. So like next week, Spirojin, this is the last one I'll ever spoil, but he said he'll come on. So that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'm actually pretty excited for that one. Never actually met that guy. Like I never talked to him at all. So
I don't know anything about him. So I think it'd be cool.
All I know is that he's from the East Coast. I think I don't know exactly from where, but that's like the only thing I have on him. And he's an Eddie player. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know too. And he's got a school. He's like a dojo master or some shit.
Oh, he
says he has students. No, I mean like for Tekken. He says he has Tekken students. So I want to ask him about that. So
just like you, man. There's only a dojo out there, wherever he's from.
Yeah, I've never had a student yet, but soon. But basically, that Plus, what else? Yeah, there's
Rick's
other people
also
who.
interested too, right?
Yeah, no, he basically said he listened to the whole MYK one, so that was cool. So shout out to Rips.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows that he
Oh.
has me blocked on Twitter, but he messaged the and follows the FGC Jobs on Twitter. So there's no way I could have communicated him on the Khadeezy Twitter, but like,
Yeah, I don't know why that happened, but I'm
I
not
swear
surprised.
I swear to God, he like. Oh, I could tell you why it happened, but I guess we'll save that story when he comes on. But
Yeah, call him out on it.
no, not calling him out on it. I totally deserve it. But we'll get to that. Yeah, why Rip has me blocked on Twitter. But basically he followed and retweeted on like his level up your game and stuff. And then he said, hey, there should be more, of these things. And he said he'd come on. So that's pretty cool. But one thing I noticed is that he did like a podcast like 3 weeks ago and like talked about a lot of OG shit. So it's like, fuck, I gotta listen to that and then make sure not to ask any of that shit.
Really?
So.
On his actual channel?
No, not on his channel, but like someone else's. Like it's called Arcade Press. So I don't care. You can plug anyone. So he did like a 40-minute podcast with them about his some of his history. It sounded like a lot of his old day making guides, like what kind of MYK talked about, how they got an office building, and
Dude, so that's pretty funny. These two get into an office building and record till like 5 a.m.
That's dedication. Now it's like, I would never do that. This is easy enough. We'll just
jump now there's not many people who even. I think there's a few, right? Is it Blasted Salami that makes videos like?
Yeah, he's a topic later. Yeah, we'll have to save him for later.
Yeah, but there's not many people that actually make like a lot of good content for.
As far as guides, there's not too many guide
makers.
Content
in general, there's only people I know post like tournaments. They just put that on YouTube and all that. But that's not really, it's not really like creative or anything. It's just people who post the streams on YouTube. That's pretty much all I see for Tekken content.
So yeah, hopefully we get like Tekken lore. I think that'd be cool. Like just wherever. I think it'd be cool to. I want to after Rip and or Spiridon, also like one of the Pakistani players because they all know English. So it'd be cool to be like, dude, what's Lahore, Pakistan like? Some of those because this past weekend there's that Southeast Asia online TWT thing. The one Indian and it was like the rest of Pakistan.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, there's some shit going on in that tournament. We can talk about that too.
Yeah,
when we get to it.
Yeah, so basically, I think it'd be cool to talk to any of them, and I'm sure they'd be happy to. Not to say that they're needed or anything like that, but I'm sure anyone who want, you'd be surprised. People will say yes if you ask them if they want to come and talk and stuff like that. So, but then so that's cool. All right, so what have you been up to in real life, dude?
I went out to Vegas to go watch the fights. UFC 266.
All right, so this is the fight companion. So you got to talk about the whole weekend, plus the Vegas companion. So you got to talk about the whole weekend, even though you probably didn't do any cool shit. I saw your Instagrams, and you didn't fuck any strippers or any. All right.
Oh, you want me to put you? You really think I'd be posting shit like that on my Instagram? If I did, I'd be posting it on my story.
Sorry. But yeah, go ahead. Start from the beginning. You drove out there or flew out there?
Yeah, I drove out there. I was gonna bring my car, but my brother's friend, like, he just offered. He's like, "Hey, if you guys want, we'll take my car." I'm like, "Fuck it, I won't put the miles in my car." So I drove his Charger all the way up there. Never driven such a fucking big ass, heavy ass car like that. But yeah, I drove up there, and man, this dude, he's a cool guy, but he's like what do you call those people? Like airheads, man. Like he just says a bunch of dumb shit, dude. My brother's friend, his name is Kyle.
Okay, Kyle.
Nice guy and everything, but holy shit, dude. He just says like the dumbest things, like all the time. Like he just I don't know what's up with that dude, but
how old is he?
He's like a grown man, dude. Like he's like in his 30s and shit, right? And even like when we were walking around like the casinos and stuff, like he was just following me like a lost puppy, dude. Like just literally just following like me all the way throughout, like anywhere I would go, he would just be following me. And I would, be gambling and shit, and he's just watching me. I'm like, "Hey, dude, are you gonna play, or like, what's up?" Because he was talking all this shit about he wanted to gamble and play all this stuff, and we get there, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't know how to play anything." I'm like, "Well, fucking just try it out, like just try out a slot machine or sit down and play blackjack, whatever the fuck." And he just kept following me and just watching me, and I don't know what my brother was. Like I think my brother knew what kind of person this dude was. So he just like left him with me and dipped out. So I was like, am I supposed to be taking care of this clown? Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this guy, but. Yeah, I mean, again, he's a nice guy, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. He just kept following me the whole time, and if I order something to drink, he would order the same thing.
Oh,
Like,
God.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do. I felt so fucking uncomfortable. But
all right, hold on. I got
yeah.
a question. So, damn, I have a few questions. So, did it seem like your brother wanted? Like, did he buy the tickets? This guy to the to the UFC show.
We each bought our own tickets. We each paid for our own tickets.
Okay, so why did he come? Like, how did he get in the picture?
Okay, so the original plan, like this is like something my brother and I do. We go out and just hang out and watch like the UFC events, right? That's like something him and I do. But this time he just said, he's like, hey, if I can get a friend out, we can split it, 3 ways, and it'll be, it's cheaper for everyone. Because last time it was just me and him and my cousin, but my cousin doesn't have a job and doesn't, have any fucking money, so it just ended up being, a lot more costly for us. So this time he brought his friend, and I said whatever, like I don't mind. It's just it's another guy, so
damn, I would have went to that. Next time, fucking tell me, dude. I would have went to that shit. It's like
we'll think about it.
The flights to or whatever. Sorry, keep going.
No, but
it's cheap flights right now.
Yeah, the flights are. But I think last time that I flew out to Vegas for Evo, what were the flights, like $90 or something? Not bad. It's kind of worth it. Save a 5-hour drive, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, he just told me it's a friend. I don't know his friends. So he just told me I'm gonna invite this guy, and I didn't mind. And then like he was a cool guy. Like I said, it's easy to talk to him and everything. But just once we actually start hanging out, like he just needed to do whatever everyone else is doing. He's that type of person. Like he didn't have his own like he couldn't like order his own shit. He couldn't do anything on his own. Like he had to be around somebody, and like dude, just go get lost or something. Go find some fun shit to do. But no, he would just keep literally just following me, and I couldn't get a hold of my brother. I didn't know what the fuck to do with this guy, but yeah, that's how he jumped into the picture. My brother just said, I'm gonna invite another friend. I'm like, all right, cool, and that's all it was. I didn't really mind. I didn't think it was gonna be that much of a of a hassle, but yeah, overall, like he was a nice guy, and the original plan was to go out and party out there, but I don't know. Did I tell you that my brother got like sick, like right before maybe like a week or two before the trip?
No.
Yeah, he got really sick. He told me it was just food poisoning. And he didn't want to tell me that he actually had other symptoms, right? He didn't want to like cancel out the trip. But I think he was sick, with more things than just like like a stomach ache or anything. But he just didn't want to say anything. And I would have totally not gone if he told me that if I felt like it was something COVID related, I would have totally not gone. But I don't know why the fuck he wouldn't. He didn't want to say anything. He just didn't want to cancel the trip. So he was off of work for like the last 2 weeks. So I told him like, hey, if we go, like, do you think you have, money saved up and everything? You're not working right now, so you'll be good to go. He's like, well, I'll just bring enough, just to make it through the weekend. But he didn't really want to spend any money. So that's kind of how it went. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're going for the fights anyway. That's really like the main thing. We're going out to watch the fights. And yeah, he just brought like a couple $100, and I mean, if you go out clubbing, you gotta have some nice clothes, right? Like you don't want to be fucking dressed all bummy and with sneakers and shit. Like you want to dress nice, and they didn't bring anything. Like they literally just brought like the most casual shit you could bring. And then last minute they're saying like they want to go out and and go to a club and shit. I'm like, all right, cool, but like you guys should probably like dress a little nicer. They're just bringing like fucking flannels and t-shirts and shit. And like again, I don't know why they looked at me like I'm some fucking tour guide for Vegas. I'm like, dude, I don't like I don't know Vegas that well. I've been out here for Evo, and that's it. Like I don't really do much out here, but like if we're gonna go out and do stuff, at least be prepared, But they kept asking me about like all this shit to do. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like I don't go out to Vegas. Like that's not my thing. But yeah, we just kind of just went out to eat and stuff, and just walked around the strip and just got to know the area and shit. But Saturday night, dude, that shit was like the most fun I've had in a while, dude. It was just a bunch of meet and greets with a bunch of different fighters. I got to see Tony Ferguson. Masvidal was there. Uriah Hall, like a bunch of cool guys and a bunch of cool fighters all over the right before the event. You know, there's like a big like UFC meet and greet section. And there's just a bunch of stuff to do. So we did that like all Saturday morning, and then the fight started at I believe like 2:30, 3 p.m.
Is that like a little convention area or some shit?
Yeah, right outside the T-Mobile
Yeah.
Arena. Yeah, they
Okay.
have like a little like a stage set up, and they had a bunch of fighters, and they were asking them questions in front of the crowd. And
Is
that's
that where
like
the
right
Raiders
before.
play? The T-Mobile Arena? Is that
No, what they have their own Raiders stadium, dude. In
okay.
Vegas.
Where is that T-Mobile? Who the fuck plays there? Their hockey team?
I
I'm
don't
guessing it
know,
has to be
but
their
the
hockey
Raiders have
team.
their own stadium now.
Yeah,
And
but
they
I'm guessing it's
played
the
they played
hockey.
on that Sunday, I believe, that same weekend.
Dude, that'd
But
be a fun weekend if you liked football.
yeah, I had no idea. I never even been to a football game, but that would have been fucking dope. That stadium looks crazy, dude. If you just look at it from the outside, it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So then the fight. Yeah. What's up? So what's the? So I know. Is it Nate Diaz or is it Nick Diaz?
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of like
He's the younger
the
brother, right?
no,
Obviously.
he's the older brother. The older
Oh
brother,
damn.
yeah, he's the one. He's been out for like 5-6 years.
And was it the
Over,
younger brother who beat Conor McGregor once?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, sorry. Continue. So tell me the history of the older brother. Or what? Wait, how'd you
Well,
even
the-
get into? Wait, hold up. How'd you get into UFC? Can we just start with that?
I've been into it for probably since like I don't know, around like 2006, 7, like kind of like the Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, like that era. I was into it like back then. You know, not as much as I am right now, but I was always into it back then. My brother got me into it, and ever since then, I've just been a fan. But over the past couple of years, maybe the past like 5 years, I just got really into like actually following the fighters and like learning more about MMA. So I've been following it for quite a while. Just I don't know. I never really meet many people that are into it, so I don't really ever like talk about it. That's probably why you wouldn't know. But like I do follow the sport a lot. I think a lot more than anything right now. So yeah, like I watch it just about every weekend too. Whenever they have any kind of fight night, I'm usually watching all that stuff. And I like the prelims, the first couple of fights. Like dude, they were all just like fucking amazing fights. Like there's a guy who I believe his name is Matthew Semmelberg or some shit like that. That dude had like a 15-second knockout, dude. And like anytime anything happens in there, like the whole place just explodes, dude. And like that's how it started that early, like just from beginning to end. Like there was really like maybe one or two fights that were like okay, nothing interesting, but overall it's just, man, I don't know, just the feeling of being around a bunch of different people and fans. Like anything happens and you guys all just, everyone just gets up and starts screaming. Like it's fucking dope, dude. Like I really, like I want to go to more of them. I don't think there's many more happening this year. Maybe there's a few in December, but I think after this they're going out to Abu Dhabi. But yeah, man, it was just a crazy amount of fights, and a lot of fighters that I'm a big fan of were out there. And I did a parlay, and I bet on 6 different fights, and I actually called it right.
What do you mean? How much you win?
Nah, I
No
can't say
way.
how much I won.
You're such
But
a. What do you mean you can't say how much you won, dude?
yeah, dude,
No
I'll
one's
get
gonna
robbed.
fucking rob you. No one's
I'll
gonna
get
fucking
robbed,
rob.
dude. He doesn't know where I live.
There's
But
no way.
dude,
Shut
so
up. You're such a.
I
How much
don't
did
know
you
if you.
win?
I
How
didn't
much did
win
you
much.
win?
No, it's all right. But
What do
I
you
don't
mean
know.
it's alright? What do you mean it's alright? Just say how much you won. Already?
Nah,
Already? Okay, so what? Here's the thing. If you don't say, the actual robbers who listen to this shit, like Cody and them, J Ram,
Cody, J-Man, and Paul, dude. The
yeah,
fucking
they're gonna
thugs.
they're gonna imagine that it's like in the millions. But if you just say what it is, we're good. Let's just
Yeah, so a couple $1 million, dude. But
shut the fuck
the
up.
main
You're such
event,
a
dude. The main event was
dumbass.
the one that was a kind of a coin flip. Like, I didn't know who to bet. I went for
Right.
the Australian, and I don't know if you, I don't know if you watch the fights, but anyone that did that fight, like it could have gone either side, either way on the third round, dude. It was the scariest shit, dude. This guy, do you know who any of the fighters are by any chance? Like Alexander Volkanovski or Brian Ortega?
I mean, if you show me a picture, no, I don't know any of the fighters though.
Okay, well, it was just like it was just like a crazy like dominance from the champion, but
Well,
there
say
was
the
like a
names.
point.
I don't need
Yeah,
to know what they look
Alexander.
like.
Okay,
Okay.
Volkanovski. He was just dominating the whole fight.
Is that
But
the
there
guy
was
with
a
like a
point.
Justin Bieber haircut?
Nah, he's just bald.
All right, never mind.
You know, but there was just a point where like I was like, hell yeah, like this is the last one that I need to win, right? So like everything was going good. In the third round, he gets knocked down. He gets put into a guillotine choke, and it looked like it was over. Like he was fucked. Like he couldn't move. He was stuck. The dude was under his chin, and he's getting choked out. And I just started like screaming like crazy because my brother was rooting for that guy, the guy that was about to beat the champion, the guy that I'm betting on. So like we were both like just up and down in emotions. I was like, no, and then yeah, he got out of it, no, and then dude, it was just the craziest thing, and like it was just such an intense main event, and fuck, dude, like when that ended, I don't know why, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like my whole body was in pain, dude. I don't know what happened. My legs were hurting, my knees were hurting, my head was hurting. I don't know what the fuck went on in there, but I
Somebody
felt like
behind
I
you
was
is, like,
getting
choking
fucked
you
up. And
off.
then, yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. But I swear, even my brother, like he was like, dude, I don't know why I feel like he just felt really tired. His legs were hurting too, and we fucking like knocked out. Like it was just such a crazy event. I think just all the fucking energy, all the jumping we were doing, dude. Like you didn't even notice the shit you're doing when you're in there, man. But man, it was amazing, dude. I had such a blast, dude. I'm glad that we had this like this little tradition, my brother and I, to go out and watch these fights.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, man, it was honestly such a fun weekend. And then on the way back, I just completely just slept through the whole trip, dude. I didn't drive back home. Fuck that. I told that clown, the one that that lost puppy that I was telling you about. I told him,
I
dude,
told that
I'll tell
clown.
him, dude, you know how to drive your fucking car. Can you please drive me back? Like I'm not driving you guys.
The fuck they expected you to drive his car?
Yeah, on the way up there, like I got in
Oh.
the back seat, and then he's looking. He's like, "Oh, am I driving?" I'm like, "All right, dude, just give me the keys, man." Like I can't believe he didn't want to even drive his own car. Like what the fuck? He has a new car too. Like
That's
I wouldn't
fucked
let
up.
some random dude drive my car, but
Your brother
that's
probably was like, Ian's gonna do all this shit.
yeah, that's what pissed me off. I'm like, I don't know why this is falling onto me. Why am I the one that's supposed to have some crazy plan on what we're doing? Like
Oh man.
it's all right. Like honestly, it was worth it. And again, I want to go to more of these events. They're so fun, and hopefully, like we can, if we could like have a little group and just go out there, TTF guys, and just go out there and watch one of these. Like I'm sure you guys will love it too, man. It's fucking dope. I mean, dude,
For sure.
beers, fights, can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Dude.
Vegas is the best, dude. I feel like I have was it Vegas sickness? I haven't been to Vegas since COVID and shit. So
Yeah, dude. And this guy who sat on a row, and he was already kind of like pissed off at something. Before we even got there, you could just tell. And he sits in between my brother and his friend. There was like an empty seat, and he sits right next to us, and then he's like, "Hey guys, my friends are coming, and they got seats in this row, so I'm letting you guys know that you're gonna have to give up your seats." And then like I'm at the very edge, so I kind of like just barely heard what he said. And then he's like, "Yeah, that's all I gotta say." And he said that same thing to the people like on the opposite side of that row. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like there's only one seat here, so how do you have three guys coming here? Like they must have the wrong seats, right? And then I
you were in
talked
the
to
right
him.
seat, right?
Yeah, we were in the right seat. Yeah. And
Okay.
like
Okay.
we got directed to that area, and we have the tickets, right? And then I talked to him again, to some older dude, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm just letting you know that my friends are coming, so when they come, you're gonna have to give up your seats. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like he's like, oh look, I don't care. I'm just letting you know. I don't care. I'm just letting you know. I'm like, I'm not trying to start shit with you. I'm trying to actually help you out. I don't know, like, what are you talking about, right? And that's all he had to say. Like he just kept saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, dude, look, check out my tickets.
Oh
And
my
we
god.
showed them where we're seated, right? And then he's like, yeah, you can just show it to my friends. You don't have to tell me that. I'm like, what do you
What a
fucking mean?
pussy.
I'm like,
What
yeah.
oh my god, I'm so mad. What the fuck? All right, keep
But
going.
I don't know what's wrong with this dude. He sat there alone between a group of or two different groups of three people, right? Like he was in the middle of just us and the other guys that we didn't know either. He was just in the middle,
There's
just on his
one
own.
seat left. There's
And
one
yeah,
seat left.
and then afterwards, this fucking pussy's like, actually, guys, I like, meeting new people. So, my name's, whatever the fuck it was, Sean. Nice to meet you, and shaking our hands. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Like, he's coming out like all, like just being a dick, all right, about the seats that are not his. And then
Acting like the
afterwards,
cast of Dead or Alive was about to come through. And shit.
he's acting like he's some shit. And then afterwards, like I like just meeting new people. I don't want any trouble. I'm like, dude, no one's even. You're the one who's starting shit. You're just telling people that these seats are yours and we're not to leave. Like, that's not how you fucking start a conversation with people, right? And again, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this dude, but nobody ever showed up. It was just him the whole night. We stayed in the seats the whole night, and I'm just waiting. I'm like, I'm sure they got the wrong seat. This guy doesn't belong here. But no, he sat there the whole fucking night, and none of his two fucking friends ever showed up.
Damn, that's funny.
And this, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that guy, but he ended up being a cool guy. I guess that's just how he doesn't know how to socialize. That's just how he starts off a conversation. That's his icebreaker, But like he ended up not bugging us after that. But I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I have so many arena stories. That they're insane. They're racing through my head. Like I have. So I don't even know where to start. Like,
but
to be honest with you.
Sorry,
keep going.
I just I got involved because I heard my brother and that goof that of his friend talking to him. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say to him, but like I don't want no one to ruin this night. Like I don't want people to fucking get in a fight with us or anything about some dumb shit. So that's why I actually tried helping the guy out. But if the guy's out of his fucking mind, then what can I do? There's no other two friends coming like that. That was just some bullshit he said, and no one showed up. Like. Whatever. The whole night was dope, dude. And yeah, man, Saturday was fucking fun. Anyone who watched the fights, I'm sure will like they know, dude. That this is easily, like everyone mentioned, at least easily one of the best fight cards of the whole year for the UFC.
How was the main event?
I just told you, dude. I was fucking losing my shit. I told you after the main event, my whole body hurt.
Okay. My bad.
That's what I mentioned earlier.
Okay, my bad. I thought that was before that. But anyway, freaking. All right. So as far as arenas go, or being at events, okay. I remember when I was in Vegas for an event, it was the Las Vegas Summer League, which is the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is like the NBA's rookie showcase / people were trying to make the team, things like that. People that the teams have rights to that they want to show off, and they have a summer league playoffs into a championship, right? And it's held in Las Vegas, right? So if you go to Las Vegas Summer League for NBA, and this was like for Evo, I forget which Evo it was, but it was awesome. So I was there, and like the rules is like, dude, if you get general admission, you can sit anywhere the fuck you want, right? So I see like, oh yeah, first come first serve for sure, but yeah. So but there's a bunch of games in a day in this in the I think it's in the UNLV's what's it called, basketball thing or whatever. They just add a bunch of partitions, so you can just sit anywhere on these bleachers, and fucking I come down, I sit in like this area, and it seems wide open, right? And this old man's like, you can't sit there. There's some other people who sit there, and I'm like, okay, well, when they get here, I'll move. And he's like, no, that's not the answer. You need to get up now. I was like, and he's in front of he's a row in front of me, and then the way he was asking me, I said, no, I'm not getting up. And I said, hell no. And at this point, I'm just pissed off. I just showed up. I'm like trying to watch these like NBA rookies play, and it's like, fuck, dude. I just got here. I'm already pissed off, about to get in a fight and shit. And like this asshole just was being mugging me the whole time, and nobody fucking showed up. It's like, dude, that's what they fucking do, man. These assholes, dude.
You just have a couple of fucking drinks, and then that's just what they do. That's the first thing they say.
Yeah. And then I have this a bunch of other times. I think the majority of my times, though, when I go to NBA arenas, I'm the drunk asshole. So that's the next part. Nice. I've gotten so ridiculously drunk at like events. So the last event I went to is Staples Center for NXT War Games, right? And it's that's like the WWE's other league. It's called NXT.
Oh, okay.
And they had a pay-per-view called War Games. And my favorite wrestler was wrestling there, Velveteen Dream, who's like a pedophile.
Is that why he's your favorite, dude?
No, that's not why he's my favorite.
Oh, that's the first thing you mentioned. I'm sorry.
But he's the cardboard cutout I got for TTF. So TTF, I told Cody if he ever gets rid of that shit, fuck him, fuck you. I'll buy a storage unit just dedicated to him, dude.
Damn.
Because I know he's tainted. I know but I bought it because I thought he was going to be the next best amazing wrestler, and he is. He was going to be, but he fucked up. All he did was, I mean, I don't know all the details, but he messaged some boy on Instagram. What school do you go to? That's all he asked. That's innocent, right?
Yeah. I mean, for wrestling, that seems pretty innocent, but you know better than me, so.
No, it's not good that he did that, but either way, but fucking. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I went to NXT War Games and I got so shit faced. Like I got a hotel room. I drove to LA and I was like, I'm just gonna have an awesome weekend. I'm gonna go to NXT War Games, and I think the next day was SummerSlam, right, or Survivor Series, one of the two, Survivor Series, and fucking, I got so drunk like in my hotel room, and then walked there. I had like a T-shirt of the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and I had John Cena. I had the John Cena wristbands in the nice. Sweatband. So what else? Fucking anyway, I get there. I'm sitting around a bunch of other people, sort of my age or younger, and I'm a drunk asshole the entire time. And it gets to the point where I'm just getting so rowdy and shit like that. And then they're telling me to calm down. I say, fuck you, blah, blah, just acting like an asshole. And at one point, I told some guy to calm down, and I tapped his shoulder. And then he freaked out and said, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And I was like, oh, come on. You're going to pull the don't touch me?
It sounds like you're your shoulder.
Dude, fucking assholes, dude. Fucking like, if you're going to, people just wait to pull the don't touch me if I'm just trying to calm them down and touching them. So anyway, he was right. I did tap his shoulder. So anyway, they freaked out enough. They called like one of the security people, right? And he came and he collected me, and the whole section clapped as I got up and got taken away. This is not long ago. This is not ancient history. So I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? And he said, hey, calm down, sir. He took me to the top of the stairs, and he said, all I have is his accounts. No one else complained. You know what happened to you? And I was like, dude, I'm just getting hyped and, you know, whatever. So they upgraded me. They upgraded me to like a front row seat.
Oh, dude, that's what you do this shit for.
But it was like,
you get free seating. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, but here's the icing on the cake. I wanted them to know that I didn't get kicked out. Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to rub it in their faces?
Yeah. So what I did was I ran up the stairs on the wrong side. So okay, at Staples Center, you have to run up your row of or column of stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot hop rows. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's they're all separated. Yeah.
They have a person in each column. You have to go up your column, and your row will have a specific column you have to go up, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm one column down from those other idiots, right? So in order for them to know that that I fucking won in this whole situation, I need to hop over one column and ignore what the security person says, right? So that's what I did. I got up and I started walking from the security person. He's like, hey man, you need to go up the stairs this way. And I was like, and I ignored him. I just kept running and then went up the stairs and I kept running, right? And at a certain point, like, it was just all behind me. They're like, okay, whatever. He's going up to the bathroom. I ran up the entire column on the stairs and I ran by them and I said, hey, what's up? They upgraded me, you fucking idiots. Like, hey, right? I go out, I get another beer, I use the bathroom and shit like that. And I come down the same stairs, walking by them on my left, right? Like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm going back down to my seat, right? I'm going back down to my seat. I get all the way down to the bottom, and the security guy's like, you fucking, hey, asshole, you listened to me earlier. Get back up there right now and go to your right column. And they all saw that. They saw me. They saw me get scolded at the bottom of the stairs and walk back up. And they're like, you fucking idiot. You never had good seats. And I was like, no, listen. It was like, whatever. So I hopped over columns
you're the typical sports fan, dude.
No, I'm the reason they cut beer off in like some stadiums in the third quarter. So I remember at a Vikings game in the TCF Bank Stadium, like they didn't make the new Vikings stadium. This is my last story about being a drunk asshole, but there was a family in front of us and I just kept getting drunk and swearing and just doing a bunch of stupid shit, right? And I was drunk the entire game. It was Teddy Bridgewater's first game, starting as quarterback. He's an amazing quarterback. He doesn't play the Vikings anymore, but it was against the Atlanta Falcons. The Vikings won. By the end of the game, I was shit-faced, right? Me and my friend. My friend had to take me home, right? But he was super drunk too. But anyway, I am so drunk, I leave the stadium just stumbling out, right? And I'm head to toe dripped out in Vikings gear, right? Like I have a like 1960s Viking sweater, like some crazy purple glasses, like some purple pants, like some weird purple shoes and shit like that. And these two like 16-year-old kids came up to me and was like, dude, I'll give you $100 for your sweater, hat, and glasses. And I was like, what? Yeah. And I start taking my clothes off.
What? Isn't that worth more?
No, it's definitely no. I came out on top, but there's more to the story. I'm so drunk, right? So I give him my hat. I give him my sweater, and underneath my sweater was a Vikings t-shirt, which is fine. I kept that. And then I gave him my glasses, gave him everything, got $100, right? And I was like, oh my God, I came out above. And then my friend left. So I'm like stuck like downtown. I get on a train going the wrong way. I end up spending like $80 on a taxi to get home. I don't know. It was just bad. It's basically like I gave away my clothes, got nothing, and spent all the profit that I made, quote unquote profit. Yeah. But I'm that asshole who gets too drunk at functions.
Yeah,
but
I don't know why, but it's kind of hard to get drunk at T-Mobile Arena if you're drinking there. So I don't know why they serve like hot ass beers. No, dude, the beer is fucking trash. They serve everything into a cup, right? Like if you buy any kind of beer, they pour it into a plastic cup, and I mean that shit gets warm so fast, dude. And it tastes like shit. So we had
that's
a couple.
Why you pregame. That's why you pregame offside.
We had a couple, and it was just so fucking disgusting, dude. They tasted so bad after a while, but.
Okay, so most of the times the reason I black out at these events is that I'm in a hotel room or in the parking lot, like sucking down like a liter of rum with like some people, and then we go inside. Like we go inside very drunk, and then all it takes for us is to sip on 2 beers the entire game or something. And
I mean, we were drinking before. We definitely don't go in there drunk.
I mean, yeah, that's my problem. I'm saying like, a lot of my like bad drinking habits are from college. It's really bad. Pre-gaming, the whole idea of pre-gaming is like drink before you drink. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible. It's led to a lot of bad nights for me. So
that was my weekend, and yeah, man. No, that's pretty much all I did. Friday through Sunday. It was fun though.
Got dropped off. Everything was good. No crazy driving.
No, that dude drove back, and he drives like shit, man. This dude.
You were awake.
I was trying to sleep, yeah, and he asked me, "Oh, you woke up?" Like, dude, this guy's just slamming the brakes every like minute. We weren't in a single lane for more than like 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like he's constantly
snaking. I would never sleep in that car.
He's snaking through every single lane, and I mean, whatever. Like, I mean, I was just praying that we didn't get pulled over. I just wanted to get home as soon as possible, but. Yeah, the guy drives like a total fucking douchebag, but it's all right. We got home safe and sound, no issues.
For sure. I'll be quick about what I've been up to. I feel like I talked mostly what you were up to. You didn't do anything else the past couple of weeks, or what?
No, I just finished. I think today I finished watching the Pakistani tournament, or I guess it was South Asia tournament, right? For Tekken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me talk about just some bullshit the weekend.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I pretty much. Damn, I mean, it sounds insignificant up against this Pakistani tournament, right? But fucking man, I just been fucking around, man. That's it. I left the freezer open all day, and all my shit in the freezer went bad before I went to work. And then what else? Oh yeah, dude, the government might shut down this week, and I might not have to go to work anymore. Oh, nice. I make it. That's not nice, but I mean, I'll get furloughed. I'll get furloughed, which means I'll just be laid off until they start back up, and I'll get back payments. But that entire time, it'll be like a vacation. But if it's like a 3-month furlough, then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But
I didn't hear about that, dude. Why we shut down this time? I know we shut down all the time, but
yeah, it happens every so often. The last time it happened like this is 2014.
13 was during the
2013, 2014, yeah,
right after Obamacare launched. That was Everything shut down.
I think it was like December 16th to January 6th. So I'm hoping this is like a 2-week thing, so I can get 2 weeks off, and we'll see. And then man, I'm getting my cat back, so my cat's gonna be shipped here.
My house
in a couple weeks. What's up?
Oh, this is gonna ship to you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's gonna get shipped to me. Not me.
Okay,
And then that'll be cool. I'll hang out with my cat again. It's been 2 months.
Where's your cat at?
It's hanging out with its old owner. It's being babysat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So until I got settled. So now it's good. The she's biting like the babies that she has. It's pretty bad. But she never bit like me or anything. It's fucked up. So I guess she's just acting out.
What's the cat called again? Nasha?
Sasha. Yeah.
Sasha?
Yeah.
Sasha.
And then yeah, and so basically I'm just fucking around too much. I'm still not unpacked. If you look at my living room, it's full of boxes. And
dude, what? Didn't you? How long have you been in Hawaii for?
I know, dude. It's pretty bad. I'm just so lazy. I just go to work and then come back, and I'm just too tired to. But another thing too is I have to buy new furniture to bookshelves. I don't want to fucking do that. So some of the shit's I'd rather keep these books in this box because I don't give a fuck about these books.
Nah, dude, home decoration is pretty dope, man. If I had a home, I'd do it.
It is. But and then yeah, I went to the gym a couple times.
Finally, you finally got started, dude.
Yeah, but I gotta keep going. I gotta keep running. Running is the best, but I just need to stop being a lazy piece.
When did you start?
It was probably last Thursday, and I went Thursday and Friday, and then I was a lazy piece of shit over the weekend. So
nice. Yeah,
didn't go today either, but I went yesterday. So
yeah, I felt like a slob when I went back this week. All the fucking drinking, I just felt so sluggish, dude. Like I'm going on a mini cleanse right now, just trying to feel normal again. I felt just so lazy. Just all the eating and drinking, dude. It was only 2-3 days, but that was just enough to make me feel so set back, But
yeah,
I just need more water in me. I'll be all right.
For me, it's been 3 months, and it's dude, I'm so sore. But it's just the first week back kind of shit. So
yeah, hardest part is the diet. That's honestly it. Just cleaning up your diet and just getting used to not eating trash all the time. That's the hardest part. Gym is not that bad.
Yeah, the gym's the easy part for sure. I mean, I gotta stop drinking beers when I get off work and shit like that. That's just too much. That little 100 calories and shit like that. Yeah. So
I never had that habit of just drinking beers, surprisingly, even though everyone in my family does.
After work, it's the best, man. Ice cold beer, man. It's the best. But what else do I got? Ian, is it true that during this one episode we have Chili Sprout, you said that you never did anything drastic after a loss, but I heard from people such as Toki and Cody that at NCR, I think they were there with, or Cody heard from Toki or some shit, that you flew home right after a loss. You changed your flight and flew home early at NCR. All right.
I actually remember what happened.
All right, so go ahead, man.
NCR, I forget what year it was, 2018 or 17, whatever year it was. I lost to Benchang. He put me in losers, and then Peeling got lucky and took me out. And it was really early, and I lost to those two guys, and I guess I was kind of pissed. I don't really remember how pissed I was, but fucking Peeling and back in season 1 was a nightmare. So yeah, when that happened, I think I was staying with, who was I rooming with? Was it fucking Avery or some shit? I don't remember. But I think I just said, whoever I was staying with, I just said, you know what, I'm going home early. I'm not waiting till Sunday. I want to go home like tonight. And I just ended up buying a ticket. I think I ended up spending $200 more to change my flight, and fucking went straight home, dude. I'm not a bitch. I fucking lost.
When I said I did that at Combo Break for food poisoning, you were like, "Oh my god!" But you did the same thing for fucking.
Yeah, but I didn't remember this shit until I don't know why the fuck you know about this.
I heard about it, dude. What the fuck, man?
Fucking assholes! I don't know who the fuck told you, but yeah, I went home. Fuck NCR. That tournament fucking sucked, dude. That tournament stank like shit. There was no AC. There was no water. That tournament fucking sucked. I remember why I fucking left. Fuck that tournament. There's nothing to stay for. Why would I stay for Sunday? The venue was the
Yeah.
size of like a fucking Starbucks, dude. It was garbage.
It
That's
was
why I
a
fucking
small.
left. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shitty ass fucking stinky venue, dude. That's why I fucking left. There was like 3
You-
setups for the whole tournament, and Tekken was like a side tournament, you know, like
Uh,
yeah, like I think I was
it was like esports arena, like just a little side area.
no. I remember they cut off the Tekken stream like really early, and they just ended up putting Street Fighter. Like it was really like Tekken was totally not, worth half a shit at NCR. The tournament fucking sucked. That's why I fucking left. No, I don't think it was me. I don't think I was rage quitting. Maybe I was, but that tournament fucking sucked, dude. And I don't think I ever went back to NCR. Fuck NorCal.
All right, bro. All right, thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
dude.
That's the correction of the week. Thank you.
I actually can't believe you remember that shit, dude. That's it, dude. Pakistan versus
Yeah, I guess
India.
I
That was
guess
pretty much the biggest.
second.
That was like the biggest things that I heard about that tournament. That like I guess they have issues with like connection quality from Pakistan to India. I don't know if you saw like the tweets, but I think it was Arsene Nash who was complaining, saying like I don't know why they pair us against each other when we literally like we can barely play against India. And if you watch the stream or the matches, there's just some weird shit going on. Like you can tell like they're definitely not playing like the way they want to. Like you just see snake edges and just random shit, like really like just dumb moves, right? Like just a bunch of slow dumb lows, and they're all like hitting, and you can hear like the commentary go like, I don't know what's going on. They're not blocking these lows. Obviously they know that the connection quality must be complete garbage if this is what's going on, but they just don't want to say anything about it, right? But I just thought it was the saddest shit, just seeing people getting hit by Brian's snake edge and the Lily snake edge as well. Like I just kept seeing those moves being thrown out, and they were just working like crazy, dude. But what I heard about that tournament is that I think the player's name is it Bilal? I think it's Bilal who made this.
Yeah.
Who started all this? He said that the opponent that he was going up against was not the same player that was actually playing against them in the online tournament. Somebody else was playing and in control of the other guy's account, I guess.
How could you tell?
Okay, so he's playing against I think his name is Khan, and he played against them before. Like they played against each other several times, and like he kind of knows his style. Like you kind of know how people move and how they play, right? Like you can recognize somebody's style. And he says that like a couple of days later they're playing on this online tournament, and he can tell that it's just the movement alone. Like this is not the same player. And I think Speed Kicks did a breakdown of this on his channel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh
So he started
God.
reviewing the match, and the guy's playing Marduk, and he's moving like he's playing just really fucking clean. Like his back dashes and his side steps are all like super nice, and then throughout the set, that player switches to Geese, and then the movement is nowhere near the same as it was with Marduk.
Yeah. So, dude, but isn't it? I feel like I've seen Geese's move a little slower and more methodically than just KBD spam or whatever.
No,
Or was
but
it-
just
did it
just
seem
for
way
somebody,
different?
yeah, you can just tell like the back dashing. So when the Marduk player was playing, let's say he would get hit by a move, right? He would instantly start like backdashing or doing something. He would retaliate, not just hold back. And when that same player switched to Geese and he got put in that same scenario where he gets hit by a move, the Geese player would just freeze up and just hold back. And it's like, what's going on? Why is it that when he's playing Marduk, his defense, his defensive movement is just way more. He's way more active. Like you can tell like right away if you just look back at from the Geese match to the Marduk match, they're moving completely different. Like it's very easy to tell. If you watch it, it's very easy to tell. And I was watching Speed Kicks break it down. I was watching part of it, and it's kind of obvious. Like it looks pretty damn obvious. And like I don't know. I don't know if it's what happened afterwards. I'm not sure if something actually happened to the player, but I was just saying like he just felt like he needed to point it out because he obviously knows he plays against that guy in sets, and you can tell right away. And I don't know. I thought it was funny, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on. I mean, what's stopping somebody from doing that on an online tournament? There's no no way to really verify, right? Like, how can you tell if somebody's cheating and has his buddy over and they're playing under the same setup and they're just switching on and off? Like, how could you ever tell?
Right. I feel like with that, I feel like I feel like there's no proof of it though. So what do they no one got in trouble, right?
No, yeah, that's the thing. There's no hard evidence. It's just like, this is what we know and what I've seen, and I just don't believe this is the right, the same player. That's all it really was. But I just thought it was funny because I'm pretty sure it is true, and I just thought it was fucking funny that there's different players for the different characters that are being played on this account. Like, I think it's kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's pretty sick, but it's pretty fucked up too, though.
Yeah. So there's this weird like rumor in the NBA. There's these two twins called Marcus Morris and Markieff Morris, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're twins down to the tattoo. So they're two twins who've gotten all the same tattoos. Yeah, it's kind of insane. And this is back when they played. One of them played for the Celtics. One of them played for the Washington Wizards. And one of the twins had like an ankle tweak, right? And the other twin was out of the playoffs. One twin was in the playoffs, had an ankle issue. Other twin was out of the playoffs, healthy. And there's a rumor that the healthy twin subbed in for that playoff series. So like he tweaks his ankle, bad production one game, then like amazing production, no ankle issues like for the rest of the series. So it's fucking crazy. Impersonations, man. Impersonations. Yeah. If it could happen in real sports, it could happen easily in an online tournament. So yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that was like I don't even know who the fuck won that tournament, but that's all I ran from that tournament. It might have been the Geese player, Khan, dude. It's just that whole little side story, distracted me, and I just paid attention to that instead of the actual tournament itself. Did that happen over the weekend? Because I just saw like the VOD of it. I didn't actually watch it live.
It happened. I have the exact day for it. It happened on the 25th, which is Saturday. Yeah, it did happen the weekend. And then Connie Moran won. Yeah,
so
Mohammed Khan,
alleged cheater, won. Then that's pretty dope. I mean, whatever it takes to win, right? What's that saying? If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough or some shit.
Yeah, and TK Bilal got second.
Yeah, he's the guy who won the last chance qualifier on the last World Tour finals, I believe.
I really want to get some of these Pakistani players like interview. Bilal, yeah, sick. You probably
get Bilal in here, dude.
Be tight. Be like, hey man,
from the horse's mouth.
How'd you get the name Bilal? And you'd be like, my mother gave it to me.
Yeah, why did you lose, dude? That'd be tight, dude. Getting one of those guys on here.
Or we could just get TK Grimmy in here and he could pretend to be.
All right, dude. Let's ask him.
Get it?
Because not for Pakistan, but all right. Yeah. I get it. He's from Lebanon.
Yeah, no, he's from Lebanon. All right, just fuck around. All right, we got it. What else we got? Do you have any other Tekken stuff? Oh yeah, I have some Tekken stuff. Do you have any Tekken stuff?
No, I don't got shit. I haven't been paying attention to anything. What's going on?
Okay, this is like a stupid little minor one that we should have talked about maybe 3 weeks ago or some shit. But Tekken 8 soft confirmation because GeForce Experience. Do you have an NVIDIA graphics card?
I do.
Did you hear about this? Where GeForce Experience, it stores like data for games, a bunch of games, some that aren't out. So like some person leaked into like some system. They're able to see a bunch of games that haven't come out yet, and some of them were confirmed because like they have code names, shit like that. Then one of the games on that list was Tekken 8. So pretty much just like a list of stuff that's a good chunk of it's already been confirmed, and then another thing on that list was Tekken 8. So
how soon? I mean, if it's on this list, like how, like there's no way of telling like how soon the game could be out, right? Like it's just it could still be a work in progress, right? Like the game may not be even close to being done, and it could still be on this list.
It's probably like a work in progress that's using like NVIDIA assets or some shit. So it could be like anywhere, any percentage done. Like I don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna say because I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know either. I'm just curious.
Yeah, but I guess the idea is that this is the next game that's coming. It's not going to be TXSF or a Tekken reboot. People were like, Era says they should just reset the number and call it Tekken. Don't call it Tekken 8.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean,
it's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Tekken 7. I guess sounds good because the game was doing good, but I mean, I don't think Tekken 6 sounded good. You know, I don't think Tekken Tag 2 sounded that good either. But
yeah,
Tekken
I think
8,
Tekken 8 is good for normies because it's like, damn, that's how far the series is. Because they'll remember Tekken 3 and be like, oh, let's go get Tekken 8, or I don't know.
But if it was just called Tekken, like Tekken's coming out next year or whatever, like that. I guess that sounds kind of cool. You know, sounds like something completely new. But
yeah.
So what are the predictions for Tekken 8?
That's pretty much it. There's nothing else other than that. That's just it was on this GeForce experience list, so that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really hoping for anything. You know, I wasn't like really for the whole Tekken Cross Street Fighter thing. I mean, I'm sure it would be dope, but I wasn't really hyped up for that. Like I was just interested in, I don't know, I guess a new game regardless of what it was. But I kind of like the 1v1 instead of having a tag game or anything like that. Because that's what it would be like, right? It would be a tag game.
I mean, I hope not. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, but
I hope it's 1v1.
At least you know that there's another one coming. I know that Harada is probably gonna retire after this one, right?
I don't know, but like I think the trend would be like this one would be a 1v1 because T5, T6, and then tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I don't know.
I've seen some tweets about Harada retiring soon, so maybe this is like the last one that he makes. If that's actually true, it's only Twitter, so I don't fucking know if that's true or not. But maybe he after this one, if there ever is another Tekken after Tekken 8, maybe that'll be a reboot if somebody else is making it.
I don't know. He's still pretty young. I hope not. I hope that isn't the case.
Yeah.
But then I guess there's not much else for Tekken. I tried playing online. Oh yeah, so the TTF Tekken is back this weekend, Saturday, I believe, which is September. Or sorry, it's October 2nd. Tekken.
Yeah.
And it's open to Hawaii too.
Oh, sick! Are you gonna play?
If you sign up, I'll sign up.
No, I'm not playing, dude. There's no challengers.
Come on, dude. What are you talking about? I'm just signing up, dude. Piece of shit.
It's too easy to win TTF Online.
You're a noob, dude. Why don't you? Because they're that pot's gonna hit $300 or some shit. It always does. So that's easy money for you or me if I win. But that's this weekend. Are you doing anything with Tekken? Are you playing? There's offline stuff coming up.
No, I haven't.
You don't care?
No, I'm still not really getting back into it yet, but I don't know. I mean, I'll consider TTF Online. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna play it or not, but I might watch it.
What do you mean you might watch it? Why don't you just play it? Come on, dude. You have the skills to pay the bills, dude. Come on, man.
No, dude. I just have no interest in playing right now.
It's like you have like maybe 4 matches to win max, and then you get $300. I feel like that'd be. I mean, I'm just joking. Yeah. That's probably not going to be the amount. I'm not donating to that shit. Fuck that. But,
so if I win,
I'm
you
joking.
only $200.
I always do. But no, I'm joking. But I'm saying I always, that pot's always generously supplied too by the community. So, yeah. TTF Tekken this weekend, and then there's an offline one. You said you're not going to either, right?
No, I don't think I'm going out to either. Sunday, the other one's on Sunday, right? Or the one Saturday?
No, one's on Saturday and the one's another time. I forget one. But,
okay.
The Saturday one's online.
So. Yeah, no, I don't really plan on going out to anyone. I think it's in North County too, right? I think Chili Sprout asked me about that one, but no, I don't know if I'm going. I don't think I am.
For sure. Okay. What else we got?
Yeah, I haven't been playing anymore, but if they announce something, dude, anytime soon, then I'll try and get back into it. But for now, I just don't really have any interest in playing.
Right, because once they announce something, it'll probably take a few months for it to come out, more than a few months, and you can kind of have that motivation to play if the engine is similar,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just saying, even like a new season or something, whatever. I just need to know what the hell's going on. But there's been no announcements, so I'm just I'm still down to watch the tournaments are going on every week, but I haven't really been interested in playing it too much.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. I guess Melty Blood. Remember, I said I was gonna buy you a copy of Melty Blood.
Oh, yeah.
It comes out on Thursday.
Wait, what is that game? It said it's like some vampire fighting game or something. Is that what you told me?
No, it's not a vampire fighting game. That's Vampire Savior. But this game is it's like a fuck, man. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of game it is. I feel like it'll turn you off.
No, it probably won't. What?
It's an anime game. It's an anime game.
Okay.
Let's just say that. But if I get to this, if I get to the specifics of what kind of anime game it is, I think you'll be like, it's like disgusting or something. It's like fucking weirdo. It's for weirdos. It breeds a weirdo community.
If you give me a copy, I'll give it a try.
For sure. It's like all the characters are like cats.
Oh,
that's what it seems like. They're not. No, they're not. But I feel like some of them are. And then what is it called?
Bunch of cat girl anime fighter.
I think no. I think like a lot of the communities, like it's based in some raunchy manga or some shit like that. But now it's come a long way. It's like that's the source material or some shit like that. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. The mechanics are crazy. It's like, okay, so I'll talk about it a little bit. I've probably spent way too much time. So like this is another part of me procrastinating all my other like IRL stuff. I'll find something else to fixate on. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like instead of unpacking and like getting my living room set up, it's I'm gonna fixate on learning, all the mechanics of Melty Blood.
Oh well, so you're doing something productive, I guess.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. I've never like spent time like looking at a fighting game like this, but there's a regular meter at the bottom for EX attacks, and there's a moon meter which is full at the start. Basically, I think the only thing you'll understand is what I say is there's something that allows you to do rock paper scissors on every like reset, where it's like really stupid. So it's a very toxic game, and like there's auto combos, but the auto combos lock you out of doing what's it called, block pressure, block string pressure, called reverse beats and things like that. Basically, it has a lot of like weird defensive options and like craziness and like a lot of RPS bullshit. So I'll get it for you. Let's just try it out, and then we'll report back in a couple weeks or some shit. So
yeah, you mentioned was it with Chili Sprout? I think in that podcast you mentioned it to me about that game.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna get it. Yeah, so let's just all get in on it at the same time. Because you're not, what's your experience with 2D games? Do you like 2D games?
I don't really have any experience with 2D games. Like I don't. The only fighting game I played is Tekken. Like the only one that I've committed to, I guess, has been Tekken. Like I played MVC3, but not really like super casual. Like I just picked my favorite characters from Resident Evil and I just started pushing forward A, on the Xbox and just mashing.
You understand like how over like like block high, block low, and then overhead speed lows and
yeah, like all that's pretty foreign to me, but I'll learn it. I'll try and understand the game at least. But
there's probably like a big learning curve if you don't know a lot of those. I came from 2D to 3D, and then so I still know a lot of the 2D stuff. But to me, the 3D stuff is way more intuitive. The 2D stuff is fucking weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know shit about it, but I don't really care. I'll still give it a go. I should probably start like learning, a little bit about the game before I even play it, right? But
no, you don't need to. But if you want, I'll send you a link. They have something called the Melty Blood. So the previous Melty Blood, it's called Melty Blood Actress Again, current code, and I can send you a link to play the community version. It's like it has rollback netcode. You can play for free. I can give you a link. It's like 900 megabytes. It's really small. But it's either way. It's only 1 day till the release, so let's just wait.
Okay.
But the game's way new. It's nothing to do with the old one. But and then the other fighting game news I have is pretty stupid. But Blaz Blue, there's like an update on Steam. This is like a few hours ago that it might get rolled back. It's like it's getting a 900 megabyte beta update. So you know what Blaz Blue is? Blaz Blue.
Yeah, never played it, but I know about the game.
Okay, so it might get a rollback netcode update here in a few days or some shit. Might go live. And then okay, so the last thing I want to talk about, we don't have too much today. Do you have anything anything else fighting game related other than this last topic that I have?
No, not really. I mean, the whole past week, like I said, I was just building up to go to Vegas, so I wasn't really doing much other than schoolwork. Like I was just doing all that shit before the weekend, because usually I do everything on the weekend, all my school stuff. So yeah, I was just disconnected all of last week, so I haven't been keeping up with too much. Really catching up this week.
For sure, this last topic sucks, but freaking the blasted salami, right? What kind of, so he makes like he's complaining about some shit about how he doesn't have enough views or some shit, or he's getting boxed out by the Bandai Namco Illuminati. Did you read any of these?
Yeah. I just saw that shit yesterday.
Okay, we're not going to talk about any of that because I think there's nothing we can. There's nothing I have to say about that. But the one thing I want to say is, okay, what kind of how do you feel about his Tekken content like every season? Do you actually watch that shit or no?
As far as I know, he makes what tutorials and stuff. Didn't he
Yeah,
make
and
like
it's like
combo
this.
videos and stuff too?
I don't know, man. I just want to
Yeah.
say his content sucks. It's how I feel. And I feel like his tutorials always sucked, and like him complaining about like not getting love. It's like, dude, your shit sucks, man. So
But his
I
videos
don't
get
know.
like a ton of views. What the fuck was he complaining about?
They do, yeah. One of his like most popular view, like yeah, they're up in the multi thousands. But I think his thing is like not having access to Ben on Namco or some shit,
Yeah.
and that people not liking it. But I just think like, man, like okay,
The
so for
inner
me,
circle, dude.
yeah, so for me, when I started Tekken with 7 and wanted to get really competitive at it, I feel like Eris's tutorial videos were 10 times better at like learning the fucking game.
Yeah.
I feel like he conveyed the message way quick, and I fucking hated
You talking
how
about
old.
those ancient videos from like T6?
No, not the like his T7 ones. Like he'd be like talking to the
Oh.
chat, and someone in chat would
Oh
be like,
yeah. He'd
like
be in practice mode, right? Just answering questions.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
they were made into like 100, 200 different videos, and it's like, dude, that was the shit. So I don't know, man. I feel like
he just knows how to explain shit. You know, like it's easy to listen to him explaining something. Like it's easy to catch on to what he's saying. But
yeah,
I see what you mean. That's why I got into learning the game too. I think I watched like an old Armor King video that he had from Tekken 6.
yeah.
But,
So and that's another thing, dude. It's really hard. So I saw this tweet saying like, man, people who just because someone's good at the game doesn't mean they can, And I'm not saying Bless Slimy is good at the game, but I'm saying just because someone is good at your editing level doesn't mean they can explain, the game or be a good teacher. Man, that's so true. Like fucking this past week with like Melty Blood, I've been trying to learn like what one mechanic is. It's called reversal beat, right?
mm-hmm.
And the way everyone explained it to me was just very complicated. And I eventually understood it. It was very like simple to understand, but like I don't know, that's a community that's I guess not enough people teaching. But I'm saying like the art of teaching people how like something works, man, it's definitely a
Yeah.
talent. It's a
I
huge
don't
talent.
have that talent, dude. I tried so
Yeah,
many times and I'm terrible at it. And I've known this for years. I
for
just don't think
sure.
I'm good at teaching. I don't know what it is. I just don't have it.
For sure. Yeah, because I feel like maybe there's people are really good who in their mind skipped a few steps and like what someone's asking is like they're looking at the game in a completely different way, geometrically. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just a completely
Yeah.
different way.
There's some things that like I just don't feel like someone had to explain to me. They just made sense in my head, you know? Like I just understand them. And
Yeah,
since I don't know how to really I can't really explain that, so there's no way for me to be able to teach that, you know? But some things just click, you know, and I don't know how to get around that. Like that's why I don't feel like I have that ability to be able to actually help people and make tutorials or teach somebody. Like if you can understand what I'm doing, then good. But I can't do much. Like I'm very bad at explaining shit. So
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I've seen his videos, and I honestly like I don't really watch many tutorials nowadays. Like unless they're like combos. Like if I want to learn a new character, I look at their combos and stuff. But tutorials, I don't really ever watch them. I don't, especially if it's like for like a character that I play. Like I just don't. I don't know if I see
sure.
something that I don't agree with, like I just don't watch the video at all anymore. But probably a
You
bad
just
way.
close it.
Yeah, probably a bad way of doing it. I should probably watch the whole video and then have my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah,
for this game, I just never really got into tutorials. I feel like I did that uh in the other games. Not in T7, but I'm
mhm.
sure it's helping somebody, dude. I don't know what the fuck he's
Yeah,
complaining
yeah.
about.
No, for sure. That's what I think. Like he probably is a drop off in viewers because once you learn the mechanics, then you find a favorite player and then you emulate their play and then you kind of
Yeah,
that's how I feel like. For me, like low high, like all his wall standing one with Shaheen, like counter hit baits and shit like that. I
oh
just
yeah,
watched that a bunch and then cannot do it. But still, like for me, I learned the mechanics and then I'll just watch all his videos. Like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, and bait with this and that. But
yeah,
I feel like people once they learn just the baseline of the game, like you can kind of go crazy. But for him, like he kept trying to harvest these new players. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was effective.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
know.
mean, I just saw that he was mentioning that like Rip and Suka and all those guys are like in some type of inner circle. That's like the thing that I heard about it.
Yeah.
But even that sounded pretty silly. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, fuck that guy. Do whatever. That's some money. Like, just keep making tutorials and fuck off, dude. Like,
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I was gonna say, like, dude, you got to do this stuff. I mean, okay, whatever. He probably quit his job because he got like 100,000 views and stuff regularly. But
no, that's too bad.
I
That's
feel like
probably
if you
what
do,
happened, dude.
yeah, I feel like if you do this stuff, you gotta do it for the love. Obviously, you have to do it for the love. So,
Yeah,
I
this
don't know.
isn't some full-time job to make tutorials for Tekken, dude.
Yeah, and it's easy for I think it's easy for us to say that, but I mean,
Yeah, then I looked up his channel. He has like 700,000 views on some shit. So
yeah, he's
maybe it
doing
was a
well.
full-time job.
Yeah, but I think he's saying his lack of access to Namco or Bando Namkai, Bandai Namco, fucking hurt him. So it's like, fuck, man, dude. It's like, dude, you can't do shit to like expect to be authorized by the company, dude. In like the first 2 episodes, I said like, or I mean, like the most recent episode, I said some shit that people, I don't know, like we're never gonna
What?
get into the good side. The shit about the Tinder date and the pound my ass. Remember that? Someone complained about that. Did I tell you about that?
You didn't tell me who, but you did tell me somebody complained about that. But
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
so
whatever. I'm just saying, like, dude, you can't expect. You know what's funny? You're way more like TV friendly than me, dude. It's fucked up. I gotta fix my shit. But
you think so? This is just how
yeah,
I
because
am.
you don't. No, yeah, I say stupid shit. You don't say anything. So
Yeah.
stupid. But either way. But I think we're off that. Whatever. I feel like okay. Anyway, the kind of Tekken content I like is tournaments. I like obviously fucking stories, lore, and shit like that. That's pretty far and few between.
Yeah, I've always liked tournaments.
That's
Tournaments, like watching them it's always hype, and especially watching people like break shit down. Like I always like that too. But
Yeah,
tournaments, dude, even if I'm not playing, I'm always down to watch tournaments.
yeah, and I feel like, dude, man, who could make a tutorial that you would watch? Like, what caliber player would you watch a knee tutorial where he's talking about something very intricate, or are you at a point where you wouldn't watch anything?
If it's like some player that I actually like, I guess I would watch it just to support him. But to actually like learn something, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't really look for that stuff. I don't think there's any player that would make me want to watch a tutorial on something.
Yeah, I feel like to make a successful tutorial, the reason you want to upload something on YouTube in the first place, the most people need to watch it. So you have to make some basic ass shit, right?
Yeah,
it can't be some intricate thing or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's how some of the what do you call it? Salami's videos are. They're like really in depth. An hour and some change, and
yeah, but I feel like they never get to the man. They piss me off. I'll spice in some audio and shit, but he never gets to the point. That's my biggest issue with him.
Yeah,
it's like just say what moves are good. Like, what am I like? What's the moves, dude?
The only videos that I watched like for tutorials that were that long were again that's like before this Tekken. Like when I was actually trying to learn the game, I watched tutorials on how do you play Tekken, and just learning about like frame data and all that stuff. It was kind of a hard thing to approach at first. So that shit, like I actually watched the whole video and all that stuff. But I don't feel like I need to do that now for characters and stuff. Like no, you don't. Like you kind of just know. You know how frame data works, and you know what moves the character has, and that's it. I don't need a tutorial for that. I can go into practice mode and just look it up myself. But those tutorials are for people who just don't know how to maybe like play it yet. And they need somebody to give them like a blueprint on how to play the character. And there's a lot of people who need that shit. So he's catering to a large community. I don't know how the fuck I don't know what he wants out of Namco, but I don't think he should be making content for the game for that reason. Like you're trying to get Namco to pick you up and give you some type of job or some shit. Like I don't know the whole situation. I'm just talking out my ass here, but
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. And fucking man, dude, I feel like just the way he presents videos, it's like Planet Earth. It's like King's a wrestler who pokes with his this and that and ferociously baits out his he's saying all these things. It's like, dude, fucking get to the point. He's like he's like a nature channel for Tekken.
But some people like that shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. But some people like that shit. They want to watch more than just a tutorial. They want that all this extra shit around the tutorial. And I would totally not watch that shit though. I no interest in that. But Yeah,
sure.
I know exactly what you mean. I've heard some of the intros, and I just turned that shit off.
Yeah, it's like, you ever see Wild Thornberries?
No.
Oh my god, never mind. It's
Yeah,
it's a show on Nickelodeon. It's a nature show. Never mind.
Oh, is that what
All
he sounds like?
He sounds like there's a guy on the show called Nigel Thornberry, like a British guy with a big ass nose, like
Yeah.
But either way. All right,
man.
so yeah, this is a short one. We're gonna have guests on. I feel like it's the long and short of it, and we're gonna.
I mean, it was just a slow week for fighting games, wasn't it? I mean, not much going on.
I mean, no, there's no excuse. You got to have. So I listened to fucking SPO this week, man. They were on fire. You know, they don't have it. They don't. Doesn't. I mean, they talked about just a bunch of random shit. We don't have that energy yet. I think we gotta do more shit.
Yeah,
This past week I've been
we'll
so
get to
busy at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get more guests. We'll talk about Tekken's history. I think that's our niche. And,
Yeah.
Document Tekken's history as much as we can.
Yeah. So next week, Spirogen.
Yeah, Spirogen for sure next week.
Yeah, I
So,
want to hear his side of the story on the whole the first to 10 set that he had.
Yeah, with Arario before the tournament. That video did really well, dude. Freaking. And I want to say, if you have any questions for Spirogen about the OG Tekken days, just fucking at the FGC Job Squad Twitter account at FGC Job Squad. If you have questions,
leave a comment and like on the YouTube channel.
There
and
you
make
go.
sure to ring the notification bell.
Do that too, man. Hell yeah, man. That's all I got. All right, bro.
All right,
Thank
man.
you so much, man.
Yeah, dude. We'll catch you next week.
See you guys later. Peace.
Velveteen Dream. Hit it. Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream. Hit it.
You are now listening to the FGC Job Squad. See us when we're good.